South Carolina, there's some fairly ghetto areas, and just like anywhere else. And there was a lot of places that we went that I wouldn't go back, not as a missionary. And the one of the good things is that being in the South, most people are fairly religious, or at least recognize that. And so sometimes people would think we were cops, but most of the time people knew we were doing something with church. And so even if they didn't necessarily like Mormons or things like that, most people for the most part left us alone because of what they sort of recognized what we were doing. And that was kind of interesting to see. Even if they didn't necessarily have the same beliefs as we did, they kind of they respect God, and they respect us for doing what we're doing. And so we were left alone for the most part. I remember, some places we would have people stop us and say, what are you doing here? You can't be here like after dark. You guys need to get out of here. And we're like, what are you talking about? We've been here after dark before. We haven't had any problems. And so I think as long as you're being careful and you're not doing anything stupid, you should be fine. You should remember you're on the Lord's errand. So as long as you're being careful, you should be all right. And most of the people are pretty respectful of that, at least. Although there are definitely some dangerous places that, not being a missionary, I probably won't go back to, just because some places are pretty sketchy. So maybe not like third world countries necessarily, but there are definitely some very poor areas.